Hello brother មុនគេបានអី មុនគេឲ្យបេដូខ្ជូតមួយ brother ហូបបាយនៅស្មានហ្នឹង win អត់ឈ្នះតែឈ្នះហើយក៏មិនដឹងឈ្នះប៉ុន្មានចាញ់ប៉ុន្មាន
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement is really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And that is as far as they're going to go. Japan finding their passes. He won't be happy with that one. Batistuta.
A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth. And the shots!
Joel.
He's done very well to get to that.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Japan with the corner, there first. Keeper's dealt with that. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Now it's Bale. He is through here. He's free. He has got space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bale.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Lampard. Musiala. Guti. Scholes. Eto'o. Over to the left. Cafu is there to clear.
ใส่សំណាង
And it's Schneider. Well, that is
អូយ
one
ស្លាយ
way to
កាត់
stop
លឿង
him. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
cho một cản lươngទៀត
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Costa Curta. Scholes.
ក្រោះមួយ
Cross needs to be good. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. They
Trong
couldn't
phần này là hậu
control
điểm.
here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
free kick đừng sút mà để chỗ lấy free kick
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. And it was worth a go.
Back into the middle. Real chance here. Decent chance!
chọp
Oh, Manchester United! He won't get many simpler than that,
chop.
but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So, a breakthrough already. Threads one in, and he was quick to react. Guti. And it's Scholes. Now it's Guti. And this is Eto'o. Danger averted for now. There will be a
Giờ này
throw-in.
càng mà chứ cái này
Tries to pass it through, and he whips it in.
Japan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on the
Right card! Oh, split-second reaction.
Rijkaard is offering a wry smile there.
đã đang ngày friendly anh
Second corner of the game. Climbs up big.
តែតែដល់ចូលเลย
Well, he should have done better. And he
នេះ
knows
មិនមែន
it.
ជាហ្គេមរបស់យើងទេ
Though a bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goals.
ហ្គេមនេះគឺជាហ្គេមរបស់គាត់ហើយ
Eto'o.
ស្រូក៏អត់ដាច់ទៀតណូចោលហ្នឹងណា
Looking to play
គឺ
it
ក្រោយលឿនណាស់
in. And this is Cruyff.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in
អាចវិញមក
midfield
ហើយ
have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Odo. Japan looking to pass their way through.
ដល់បន្ថែមចេញទៀត
Plays a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard. And here's Batistuta. Musiala. Lampard.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Guti. And here's Eto'o. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Lampard. It's a promising position. Oh, and he shoots!
ចប់
Really well
ហើ
taken
យ
goal. Two up now, and they are cruising. What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that?
ចប់
Poetry
គ្រប់
in motion.
យ៉ាង
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
Scholes, Lampard, and it's Cruyff. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And this is Bale. He might. Can he finish? just
យ
cruising.
ល់ទេឲ្យបែលរត់ពីណាពីណីទៅ
And they're at it
បាន
again
បាល់ទៀត
in double quick time. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Scholes. Japan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And this is Batistuta. He's dealt with that really well. Swings in across. Beckham. Musiala. That's beautifully weighted. Schneider. Guti. Musiala. Cruyff. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Great vision.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Batistuta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's put paid to a promising move. Now, can they get him away? Picked out Brother chance! And he hits the net! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Japan give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Bale! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And this is Bale. Nicely weighted ball. Scholes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Eto'o. Schneider. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now this could be a chance. Aimed beyond the defence. Cafu gets rid without sophistication. So, third corner of the game. Eto'o! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Not the most accurate pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. And again.
And this is Bale. It's Bale! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. That's a good ball out wide. Played back in. Cleared away. Oh, it's Cruyff. Oh, shooting chance!
Jump on
And
it.
it's in! And they are cruising away. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Manchester United grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. And there is the half-time whistle. that's the start of another 45 minutes. Japan decide to shake things up. There has been a change in personnel. He's through here. Batistuta!
Ừ.
Donnarumma
Rồi.
claims it, and the danger passes. Now it's Bale. Oh, that's well spotted. Knocks it into space. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Japan come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Oh, that's an excellent interception. Wits. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Tries to play it through. And he's there to belt it away. Cannavaro. Oh, look at the space here. Goes down, but nothing given. Can he get on the end of this? Costa Curta. And Bastoni. Rijkaard.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Now it's Bale, looking for the run. He could be in here. And it's been given away. And the shot! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Beckham plays it short. And he's had a hit! Bastoni can get it clear. Beckham, the regular corner taker. Beckham goes short. Brilliantly cut out. Can he get it through? And now a sudden chance to counter. Batistuta. Looking for options for movement.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, no joy this time. Beckham.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Almost an hour gone. That is well... And Cruyff! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Quick look, then he's got goal! Goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Devoid
Chọc
of
chọc
any
chọc đi chừng ball
complexity,
rất
but
hay.
boy was
Bà
that
tình nộp ai,
certain.
bà tình nộp ai.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the
Mm.
perfect time and the perfect angle.
It's become a case of men against boys. Good read, needed to be. And it's Schneider. Bale. Japan needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Japan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now that looks a decent... Bale! He's
Lập
got a goal!
Rồi xuân mấy cái chỗ lên này.
Adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Lampard. Guti. Oh, this looks sharp. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Cafu. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well, that has not gone well. Scholes. Now, that's well seen too. Beckham. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Costa Curta. Passing is crisp and sharp. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Batistuta. Schneider looking to penetrate opposition lines. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Eto. A heavy challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
6 សង្ស័យតែ
And
8-2
now he
ហ្គេម
has two. Japan grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. He's beaten the last man. Bastoni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Tries a shot!
7-2 បាទ
They've done it!
8-2 មែនណាហ្គេមនេះ
They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Manchester United are having a ball here. Now it's Bale. No, he's had it taken off him. Now it's Wirtz. And he cuts out the supply. Schneider. Beckenbauer. Forwards and with intent. And it's Lampard. Guti. Into the last 5 minutes. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Schneider. And this is Batistuta. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Wirtz knocks it into space. And he plays one through. He's found a way through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That's a throw.
ពងឡាយលេង friendly មែនបងហ្នឹងហើយ brother លេង friendly តាឥឡូវពងចាញ់ 7-2 ពងថាចូល 8-2 បាត់ហើយ
Costa Curta. Schneider.
អូថ្ងៃនេះចោលថ្ងៃនេះ
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Beckenbauer. Scholes. Guti. Schneider. It's run loose here. Now Costa Curta. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well,
បាច់
that
ដវង
was
ទូកសាច់
brilliant.
បាទ
A game of
7-2
champs and chumps. The winners were so
Ah,
good
toh.
at times. A side that can and will.
ngôn đáy tí. Vì nào lên game thăm mây bông. Chấm mới sân brother phải chỉ ai mà game 2 game tiết chấm friendly thăm mây. Lại tụ sạch bà đấy. Brother đã lên người nhau mình.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his
Lại mưa còn lụt nhom lên lên dần đấy.
It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. Batistuta, and he plays one through. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, it's not very often you look at your goalkeeper as a source of inspiration, but I think we can make an exception for Gianluigi Donnarumma. Such an incredible player, one of the safest pair of hands around.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Cruyff. Oh, this is a terrific run.
Oh, great feat that.
It's a promising position.
You're all like
Delivered. Up he goes! It's in!
Well, once more,
Chanh mọi
and
ngày
we
môn
can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this
chất
is
đọc gọp
incredible.
trẻ thai nhầm đại sĩ nào đâu chất đọc thế.
You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Japan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he shoots!
Tụt tí sụt chân trẻ trâu này.
And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah.
Cho phải ngân năng được nhờ ông thật được mạch chứ này.
And we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Scholes duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
That's really good anticipation too.
And the shot!
Sắc quá. Tìm phọt ban lơ còn một cỏ vai.
The maximum punishment.
Game này ta ai sống sắc ban gõ
You
ra.
have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Japan take the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
It's
Ồ.
and it's in.
Bên nó nhầm sụt ban một cọp.
Purring here, and they have
Lên mảng ngay rồi đó nhầm.
in the
Nhầm
blink of an eye.
lệch phải đằng nhầm chạp lệch đá nè.
Trademark move ends
Bật
with
tập
the
lên mà
inevitable
ngày pín có
class
ta
in
đã
finish.
chữa to này ta từng lô lên dấu rồi.
Counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to
Cõi
convert
luôn này.
a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Japan take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
cut it out. And now they can spring out of defence. A probing pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Batistuta. Beckham. Japan have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control at 3-1. Ronaldinho. Odo. And it's Scholes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Japan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That's a little off target. Guti. Oh, nicely intercepted. Beckham. Now it's Bale. Scholes. Rijkaard does really well there. He is. That's a quick free kick. Ronaldinho. It's Cruyff. He can run onto that. He's picked his way through. It's Ronaldinho.
ដូចជា2ថ្ងៃមុនខ្ញុំចូល account តូចលេងអូដាក់ account ធំមក brother
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short.
តខ្ញុំសិនអញ្ចឹង
In a good position here. It's anyone's ball now. Japan are looking to go forward. Big header.
តែកុំធំពេកធំល្មមលេងមកថ្ងៃនេះមានអារម្មណ៍ថាដូចទូសាច់បាត់ហើយគ្រាន់តែបើក live មក7-2 បាត់ហើយ
So third corner of the game. Now he's got space here. No luck with that dink over the top.
បាល់អត់ចាញ់ស្មាក់បាល់ចាញ់
Cruyff finds himself offside.
បងឯងលុតខ្ញុំឡើងទូសាច់អត់អីថ្ងៃហ្នឹងប្រហែលដាក់ account ធំមកលុតវិញមកខ្ញុំចៅប្រោឲ្យក្រោយ
Rijkaard. Japan looking to pass their way through.
ថ្ងៃហ្នឹងខ្ញុំទូសាច់ទឹកដៃថ្ងៃហ្នឹងឡើងកាកថ្ងៃហ្នឹង
And they are cruising away. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrived.
មិនដៃហ្គេមមិញធ្លាយច្រើនណាហ្គេមហ្នឹង
So
Game
now
nang,
the difference is
គេហៅថាអី
3. Standing over it. Beck
យក
with
គុណ
the
សម្បត្តិ
short
សងទោសលៀងទោស
one. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Cruyff. And that is expertly dealt with. Batistuta. Guti. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Great vision. No, he's just misjudged that one. Rijkaard. Ronaldinho. Bale. 30 minutes gone. Cruyff.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Scholes. Oh, that pass isn't the best. I think that's
Offside.
Yes, it is. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Guti. No way through, so back. Can he finish?
លឹប
And yes, it's there!
សងសឹក
Yet another goal in charge. An
Yeah.
opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind
Đâu
and
lột cặp
clinical
đi nào.
edge.
Japan are having a ball here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Ronaldinho showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Beckham. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Batistuta. Half-time getting close now. Cruyff. Manchester United finding their passes. Can he get on the end of this? And he welcomes it in.
Lấp bật đặt chật
He
mà.
has done it! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Manchester United grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. And it's Beckham. That's an imaginative pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Threads one in. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Schneider. Passing is crisp and sharp. Eto'o. Eto'o!
Ủa, tí tàn mũi mà.
That's a race for the ball. He can get that clear. And he whips it in. Takes a shot!
Sụt bọc này ai then.
Lampard. Cruyff. And it's half-time here.
I just think it's been a great performance, and they totally deserve to have this lead at half-time. I mean, just about anything they tried seemed to have come off. It's incredible stuff.
Japan 3 ahead after a remarkable half. Who knows how many more will follow. There's the start of the second half. Eto'o. Japan, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Bastoni. Schneider. Rijkaard. Well, that has not gone well. Rijkaard. It's been given away. And he's played it back. Cafu. Beckham. Now it's Batistuta. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that was very necessary. Tries to pass it through. Cross goes in there. He gets
អូ
It's in.
លេងគ្នាចិត្ត1លានឆ្នាំមកទៅឃើញ
He
អ៊ី
is
តូនតែ
just
ចូលមួយ
ripping it up. Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Tries a shot! What a save by Diogo Costa! Oh, there's the clearance. And here's Musiala. Nicely weighted. Shot a
បែល
goal!
ក្លឹប
And he hits the net.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Manchester United playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer. And it's Scholes. Some really good ball movement. And he shoots! That was
So,
quite
nice,
a
didn't
test for the goalkeeper.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. He's Eto! Goal! Over the hills and far away. No catching them now. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Well read, nice interception. Japan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Mateus. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but...
Great chance! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Bale. Oh, he's managed
Offside.
to get himself offside. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Beckenbauer. Rijkaard. Pass somewhat off target. Beckham. Rijkaard. Mbappe engages and forces him off the ball.
អេ
Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, shooting chance! It's there! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the... Oh, he's taken it. And it's Lampard. Now this could be a chance. Can he finish?
ជុំយ៉ាស្អាតចាស់
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
They're still trying to make a game of this. It's a pretty loose pass. Beckham is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
ជឿន
Beckenbauer. Otto. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that is as far as they're going to go. Driving on and making good progress. Cleared without complication. Opts for safety. Beckham.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Raul. And Mateus. Not the most accurate pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the volley. Now that was quite some save.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
They're up to 5 corners now. And it's been taken short. Lampard gets
Offside.
flagged offside. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
បោះពេលបើង
Cafu. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run. And that could set him on his way.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
ដាក់ពេលឡើងហើបជើងវិញ
Bastoni. Beckenbauer. Rijkaard. He's on it. Can he get away? It's Eto! He scores! And it adds further to a heavily
គេជា
one-sided
អ្នកណា
scoreline. This is
ធ្វើ
getting
បាប
punishing.
ស្នេហា
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
សាច់គេពី
How many? Just how
Bastoni.
many? Japan are having a ball here. Lampard. And it's Cruyff.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, he's done very well to take.
Lấp.
Mbappe!
ស្អាត
Really
ចេះ
well
បាទ
taken goal. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. And that is a little undercooked. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Bale. Beckham. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rooney. And it's been played through. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Manchester United finding their passes. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Eto. Takes the shot! He's put his foot right through that one. Otto does really well to win the ball there. And no, that was never going to make it. 5 minutes to add. Couldn't squeeze it through. Mateus. Japan looking to pass their way through. Mateus. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. They get a throw in. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Costa Curta. And the whistle
Offside.
gone, presumably for offside. Looking for a runner. Raul. Rijkaard. Short changes him with that pass. Beckham. Referee looks at his watch and blows his
ស
whistle.
ងសឹកបានសម្រេចណា
Japan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Eto walking off with the spoils, richly deserved. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team
គេជាអ្នកណាធ្វើបាបស្នេហាអូនញែក
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the header!
ចំយ៉ា
Oh,
យ
he's got that completely wrong. Andrew Cole, Jim, one of the strikers that defined an era in English football, wouldn't you say? His medal collection speaks for itself.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Peter, and I would...
Chance! He's
Andy
getting it
Cole.
all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw
Andy
nothing
Cole,
coming.
goal,
They just
goal.
didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Can he finish?
ជុំខូលលឿន
He
មក
scored! They have heard the starter's pistol and come
ទូទៀត
racing
ហើយ
out
បាទ
of the blocks.
បើកែមកទូទៀតហើយ
Forced the error and extracted wanted the maximum punishment.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Oh, shooting chance!
Bảo chẳng ấy.
With the clearance. Can he finish? Oh no, what? And he's following up.
Bảo chẳng ấy mình nói trôi đang bị từ vốn ở đây.
Just
Cái
so
plak
calm
plak
under
lại nè.
pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very
Ồ
good
bảo
finish.
cái này
And I
máu
think he'll go
bông
away
đặt
feeling
đi
pretty
cọp
good
vào đây.
about that one.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Batistuta!
Lập
Oh, that is outstanding!
Bismarck.
He's got himself an absolute peach. Japan are level. That is so good, such sharp
Cú ní
skills
mới tha ông
and
nên tục
such a
trường đấy mà
delicious
đặt
finish.
That's what he lives for,
đặt
Peter.
sụt
Not a lot
giờ
more
ấy.
to add.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Passing is crisp and sharp. That is good alertness. Pull it. Japan have hit a quick-fire double here and are right back on level terms. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Guti, he has found the way through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Deftly away. Cruyff.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Guti cuts out the pass. Oh, there's a probing ball. Ah, pleasingly open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. First quarter of an hour gone. Played in deep. Costa Curta gets it away. And Beckham!
Beckham sụt.
Too close for comfort. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that could set him on his way. And the shot!
Batistuta.
Japan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Còn đặt Bison một lời
Wonderfully
dân.
smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Nhiều lắm đây cái vọt nó khơi nè.
Japan get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Offside ơi.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Cút đi cái đảo mình sao nó để đảo liệt tàu.
Pass somewhat off target. Odo. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Beckenbauer makes the interception. Cafu. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Guti. Lampard. Rijkaard. Cruyff. It's Hullet. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Guti. Japan looking to pass their way through. Lampard knocks it into space.
Đốn láng mà tục
That's the
thời tiết.
keeper's ball. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Nicely weighted ball, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Hullet, Lampard tries a
Ô
shot,
chọc bạn.
and it's in. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
How very smart. He just got it right. And a chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Lampard. Looking for the run. Otto gets across to intercept that. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now this could be a chance. Guti. He's in a great position here. Oh, what a ball! Rijkaard. Now he's got space here. And now they can clear their lines. Good ball, good take. And that is expertly dealt with. Batistuta has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Back into the middle. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Guti. Schneider. And this is Batistuta. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Decent chance!
Lập được tăng rồi.
Japan!
Chọn lệch độ thằng Hào.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Japan take the lead. It's so Cole. Shapes to shoot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Cole actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Beckham plays it short. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's going to go a long way. He's found a way past.
ខំក្រោះហើយ
Oh, it's played into the area.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Goes for goal! No, not quite.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He is through here! And the keeper has it. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Batistuta. Rijkaard. That's an imaginative pass. He's on it. Can he get away?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And there's the end of the first half. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. Japan in front after a half full of excitement. It is raining goals here. Here we go again then. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. And this is Schneider. Schneider!
លឹក Snyder បាទ
And this is getting better and better. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Japan take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Pull it. Cruyff. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Played into space. Chance to deliver. That's really well cleared. Schneider. Beckham does really well to win the ball there. Looking to play him in. Oh, that's clever. And he shoots! They've scored! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
It's Eto'o! No mistake! And with that, he takes home the match ball. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Japan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Scholes. And it's Otto. And he welcomes it in. Otto is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Ambitious ball here. Costa Curta. And it's Guti. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And that is a little undercooked. That's been cut out. Well played. Now it's Eto'o. Batistuta. Shot, surely!
មួយ
Relentless!
ទៀត
Just relentless!
ឯងលុតខ្ញុំឡើងទូកសាច់
Cruising away. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Japan grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Bullet is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Moved on forwards. Oh, no joy this time. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Bale. Plays a sharp little ball here, an instinctive delivery. And it's a corner. Beckham standing over it. And it's been taken short. Cruyff. Beckham. Deep cross. Terrific header.
Well, that's
Just needed better contact. Schneider. Couldn't squeeze it through. That's a cute ball. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Beckham! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Beckham. Now it's Cruyff. Adams deals with that comfortably.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Turns and goes back. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Now it's Batistuta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And the pass is intercepted. And this is Bale. Can he get it through? And the finish!
Lấp
It's there!
sọt trái và làm phạt.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Manchester United give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Threads one in. Takes a shot!
Lấp
He
mũi
has
bắn là
done it! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Manchester United get themselves back into contention.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down.
And Cruyff! So close to drawing level.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Lampard. Tries to play it through.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now there's a fine ball. And he's quick to get it clear again. Eto'o. Guti. Scholes! And this is Batistuta. An uncompromising challenge. Now it's Bale.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he's found a way past. He's had a shot!
lấp bắt là
They have stolen level at the last. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see something like this, Peter. They're always looking to lure and lunge at you and hit you on the break. And it's very nicely done.
And that means just one thing. Match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank.
There's the shot! Oh, it's in!
chọp chọp chọp.
That has raised the roof! steerer and
Một
extracted
rồi
the
lục chưa ngày
maximum
nào chọn
punishment.
màu
It's
cho nè
just
điệt
sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there.
là
That
ra
referee
rồi
doesn't have a good look about it.
That's that, the end. Japan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Japan didn't quite recover from the early blow, Peter, after which
rồi.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Couldn't squeeze it through. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's a key
Xỏ
interception.
trường thì
For me, Peter, David Beckham is one of the greatest wide players of his generation.
And a bit of a throwback in a way, in the sense that he's a right-footed right winger.
Yeah, it's the perfect position for him. His game has never been
Đâu.
about cutting inside. It was kind of they
Đâu
hit the
tôi khuyên
byline
ta
and
cho
get
một crop
crosses.
mà
He's often mentioned, though, hasn't he, that he'd rather play in the middle.
Yeah, and that's something I find hard to understand personally in view of his brilliant skill set.
cho một mò luôn.
Can he latch on to this? Guti. Ambitious ball here. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He won't be happy with that one. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Now it's Lampard. Shot could be on. And
Không
tries!
trâu bạn.
Cafu, he slings it in. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. And this is Bale. Great ball, and he's in here.
Liệt sân tới định bỏ là lại.
And this is Eto. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now he's got space here. Aimed beyond the
Rồi
defence.
đi đây.
Shot, surely!
Rồi một tiết ơi.
Manchester United! So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very
Bây giờ
telling.
mình này bật rồi sao?
Manchester United are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Ronaldinho, very much a man of this moment. A probing pass. It's a pretty loose pass.
Japan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Lampard. Cruyff.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And here's Bale. Rijkaard. Otto. Bale. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's Schneider.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield.
It's a foul. It could be a penalty. The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Beckenbauer has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well,
it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Bale. Oh, easy pickings there. Adams. And it's Rijkaard. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Knocks it into space. Beckenbauer. Otto. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Japan finding their passes. Now this could be a chance. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, good ball. Eto!
Oh,
the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Japan with the corner. They're first. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. He has found the way through. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And the keeper has it.
Chẳng được ít xa gặp bìa mình.
And it's Cruyff. Scholes. Schneider. Nice bit of skill and he's away.
Đạch rồi.
Costa Curta gets across to intercept that. Guti. Great vision.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
He's through here. Schneider. Guti. Scholes. Now that looks a decent ball. Goes for a shot!
Ito.
No mistake!
Ito là một cháu đó mà.
They have their equalizer!
Cháu được lẽ là bữa đó gạt chàng.
Peter, they've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and
certainty of outcome.
Shapes the shoots! Superb goal! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Nicely weighted ball. Threads one in. He's in a good position here.
Penalty.
He's got wrong and it's a penalty.
Chụp anh cái cru cản lương.
Huge moment in the context of the game. Games hinge on moments like this.
Chọc cái nào điểm mồm.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Played back in. Eto receives it in a good position here.
អូហ្គេមនេះមានតែអត់ម៉ាមកទេ
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Tries to pass it through. Well, and the whistle goes for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the
នេះទៅ
difference.
ភ្នំនេះហើយបាទ
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial...
There's the shot! That's
Job.
another chance! It's a goal!
Hello បង Hello
A
brother
two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
មាន
Some
គីឡូ
heroic
តូចអត់ថ្ងៃហ្នឹង
goalkeeping,
ទូ
but
របស់គីឡូ
even
ធំ
that
ហ្នឹង
couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Scholes. And it's Eto. Cannavaro makes the interception. Beckham. And this is Eto. Always onto this. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Guti. Rijkaard. Passing nice and neat. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Eto. Eto. Oh, shooting chance!
ចប់ហើយហ្គេមក្រោយលេងដែរអូខេ brother ហ្គេមក្រោយប្រហែលជាចប់ហើយគាត់លេងមួយហ្គេមហ្នឹងទៀតហើយគាត់លុតខ្ញុំ
This is
Way
the
game,
corner of the game.
ហ្គេមនេះសុទ្ធរត់ចូល
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lovely pass, but can he get
នេះ
there?
1-2 លេងទៅហើយបាទ
Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there.
ហ្គេមនេះត្រូវចាញ់ទៀតណោះ
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
ឡាកលេងរត់បាត់ហើយណា
Ronaldinho. Looking here to chip it through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. And this is Bale. And that has been knocked clear. Looking tidy in possession here. Guti. Scholes. Batistuta.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Schneider. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising.
ស្រួលខូចទេ
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Bale. And here's the chance to counter. And there's green grass ahead of him. Scholes. Eto. Costa Curta. Rijkaard. And that is a little undercooked.
You can
Chào
never
mấy
be
ông
sure
không
of
anh lên.
runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
No, that's been intercepted. Schneider. Guti. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's been slipped through. And he's in on goal. No, it's Schneider!
ស្នៃដឺតទៅលើ
Oh, nearly, nearly.
អូខេស្នៃដឺ
Rijkaard is there and he can pick it up. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Odo. Scholes. Japan looking to pass their way through. Beckham. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bale. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Guti. Now it's Eto.
Oh,
Bale.
bóng mình ọt chênh
This
này.
is Cruyff. Japan needed that. They really needed it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Cú bên tí một
Oh,
tiền.
that's horribly mistimed, and it's given.
Cái nó
Penalty.
bên tí gọt châu, sút
Japan
gọt châu vào.
presented with a golden opportunity here. The ball is on the spot. Here
Chỉ
we
không
go.
một tiết mà bờ sút gọt châu, bê gọt châu.
And that's one back. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Japan get themselves back
Yeah.
into contention.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not
Ừ,
go
chẳng là
completely
có.
gung-ho.
Ừ,
Manchester United
bỏ.
surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route
Mà
by
có
now.
phây phây vào đấy.
They've played it short. Ronaldinho.
That's
Cả
just
chị này
playing it
trong biến
safe
mà thì còn
and
bên ngày
simple.
năng để cái nữ
And now
Ngày
they
sẽ
can
ảnh mà.
spring out of defence. Eto. Oh, that's well spotted. Has a look and plays it forward. Ronaldinho goes steaming forward. Now it's Cruyff. Decent chance! Oh, the chance!
Buồn, một chạm tiết đó
Now
chênh.
who's going to be first to this? Nicely shaped cross.
Manchester
He's gone for goal. And that will sail harmlessly past. Oh, given away. Cruyff! And yes,
Rồi cái đầu
it's
tiết mà.
there! That is
Nhẹ sách.
lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now the delivery. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Corner number 2 then. Beckham goes short. Swept Lampard! Manchester United have their third corner. Beckham plays it short. Oh, it's played into the area. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Rijkaard. Scholes. That is good alertness. And that will be it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the...
Bật nè, lên hơi lên bật. Đặt cả mùi rang mùi sân tới. Tỏ bí tụ sạch và friendly là những châu ràng mà đó. Bông chụp lên friendly mà nơi thì nơi mình ít khơi bắt và đã chẳng những châu ràng sân tới.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. A probing pass. He's had it taken off him. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. Okay, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, it's Eto!
Sợ bốc này anh vậy. Ô sợi cho vậy này.
No, that's been intercepted. Scholes. Japan finding their passes.
Sợi đó không ràng đấy mà. Lên một AI mơ lại vậy. Lên ràng một AI mình rồi đã. Càng phải thắng lên ràng mình.
Another pass just keeps it ticking. Can he finish? Goal! Japan! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Ui.
Japan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again.
No way through. Japan are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And here's Eto. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Đọt trộm.
Oh, they can break here. Adams gets across to intercept that. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Sneijder. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. 30 minutes gone. Now it's Del Piero. Adams. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Now it's come to nothing. Goulet tries to pass it through. Van Nistelrooy! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Wonderfully smooth, smart, and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Aimed beyond the defence. Vieri's cross. Diogo Costa claims it. And the first 45 minutes are up. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And so we're off again.
Japan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And he's picked it up out wide. That is lovely. Well, that's cause for mild irritation. That's going to go a long way. That's a cute ball. Adams stood up well to him there. Ambitious ball here. Van Nistelrooy! Terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Goal! Japan! Into the lead once more. And that is about as cool as they come.
Day13
có Day13
from my
Just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal.
Oh,
một bậc tranh mới bậc chạ người chân em rồi màแต่เลยทางนั้นบางฉะบางลายมาจันตัวจังมันกันจัน
Alexander Arnold, nice looking ball.
จงละเด้อจะบ้าใช่ง่ายแล้วนะ
Eto, Schneider.
โอ้อัดพอดได้ดีป่ะ
His gloves on it, nice and calm.
น้ำแต่จอ
Taken back almost at once. Great ball if he can get there. He's had a shot. He's got a goal. What remarkable powers of recovery.
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Delicate ball, and it needs to be.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Batistuta. And he can clear it away. And it's lofted through here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Scholes. Rijkaard. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Looking for a runner. And that's nice and simple for the keeper.
bạn chân nhà thế
And time is up.
smile
A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Eto, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
ចុះបងហ្នឹងសម្រាប់ប៉ុណ្ណឹងសិនហើយទូរស័ព្ទអត់ថ្មបាត់ឯសារអត់ឡើងបាត់ឡាយនៅលេង friendly ធម្មតា